Hey everybody, this is Dawn from Southpaw Bushcraft, and let's talk books. I was thinking about it today, if something happened and I had to run out the door and I could only grab a handful of books to take with me, what would I take? These are the books that I would take. They're the ones I use most often. This one, Wild Berries and Fruits Field Guide. This is specific to Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Almost the entire book is colored photos. It breaks every single one down. Tells you habitat, growth, leaves, the fruiting, what season, what you can compare it to, and then specific notes, along with a colored picture showing the berry, the leaf, the fruit, everything in its stages of growth. Makes absolutely everything very easy to identify. Also, along the top here, it tells what the actual, like this says it's a small woody shrub. This is for the gooseberry and its green stage. Alternate leaves, late spring to summer is when it fruits, and then it shows that it's available, or it grows primarily in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. So, so that's its green stage. It's hard to turn pages with a band-aid on my thumb. Oh, so I just wanted to show you this one, because when you come across one that shows toxic, they make it pretty obvious. This book is definitely one of my favorites. Just all the colored photos, tons and tons of information. It shows the plants in its green stage as well as its fruiting stage. There isn't anything in here that it doesn't skip any information. It doesn't skimp on the quality of the pictures. And it's just an awesome field guide. Every single one has a colored picture. Because I have this one. Everybody knows about this one, so I don't need to go into a whole lot of detail about the Petersons field guide. If you're into bushcrafting or the outdoors or wild edibles or even gardening, survival, prepping, all of it, this is a must-have book. This is, it says the Eastern Central North American area, but it pretty much covers the U.S. Again, just tons and tons of illustrations and information, anything you would want to know about everything. There is a section in here of color photos, but not as much as it's in the other berry book. But this is all edible wild plants. Even has a ruler in the back, which I think is pretty cool to measure, your leaves or whatever. But we all know about this book. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it because there's just tons and tons of reviews already on YouTube for this book. So this is just a great book. Covers absolutely anything and everything you'd want to know in any area. This isn't just this isn't a wild edibles book. This is a survival handbook. I got this because I thought it would be fun to... Everybody knows I take my special needs niece out with me and teach her a bunch of stuff. So part of our plan this summer is to just open the book, let her open it, and pick something out of it, and we're going to try and do it. So it helps hone in our survival skills. It's another way to make things fun and teaching, and I highly recommend doing that. I have looked through this book, and I am amazed at the amount of information that is in here. This is the 3rd edition. I don't know if you can see that on the top there. This is the 3rd edition. It's not the pocket version. I kind of wish I had gotten the pocket version, but I didn't. You guys check this book out. It is really, really amazing. There's nothing that that you could need to know that isn't in this book. I'm just going to say that. This is another one. This is the Herb Bible. A friend of mine told me about this book, and I actually got it used. I found it at a used bookstore, and if you guys haven't heard about this book, you need to check it out. It has everything in it, about every herb. You can pick an herb, and it's broken down very well. Basil. Its possible benefits: reduces stomach cramps and nausea, relieves gas, promotes normal bowel functions, and aids digestion. So it tells you that, and then it tells you how to prepare it for use. Mix 1 teaspoon of dried herbs and a half a cup of warm water. Strain, drink 1 to 2 cups as needed daily. It's pretty simple. Everything is written in layman's terms. I mean, you have the proper name of the herb, but it also just says basil. So you can look anything up that you want. I mean, it's not just herbs. There's stuff in here like carrots and some berries, elderberries, fennel, garlic, ginkgoba, grapefruit seed extract. I mean, there's just tons and tons and tons of stuff. I just like how it's written up. If you have something you want to know about, you can just look it up in here. And the only thing is, there's not a ton of information on each one. It's like a page and a half for each item, and that's about it. Some of them have less, like this one, there's just this much information. But I think sometimes that's a good thing, if you have to read 3-4 pages or 5 pages on an herb, it can get really confusing. What I use this for, they say you should have 3 reliable sources before you consume anything. So I use this as one of the 3 sources, not as a primary source. So check this book out if you haven't. Don't have it in your library, I highly recommend it. This is the third one I have. Oops. Forager's Harvest, Guide to Identifying, Harvesting, and Preparing Edible Wild Plants. Absolutely amazing book. It's really, really good. Again, it goes into a lot of the same things. It's just another resource written and prepared very well for anything out there that you'd want to know. I'm absolutely amazed at how well this book is written. So it's just another source. So my 3 sources for wild edibles for me is this one, and then the Petersons Field Guide. These are the 3 that I use. And of course, for berries and fruits, I have this as a backup as well. That being said, even this one, there's a ton of information in this book on wild edibles and herbs and all kinds of things that you can find and their benefits and their health benefits. And, so this is just a great collection. The only other thing that I have that I carry with me, I'm getting into compass navigation, wilderness navigation with Jesse. You know, how to really be able to navigate. Just knowing which way is north is great, but if you don't know how to take a map and look at the coordinates on a map and figure out where to go and how to get there, for instance, on a topographical map, you know, you need to know those things. So there's a lot of information in the SAS guide, and then I also have these two books to help, and a little tool here. And so we're going to be playing around with those a lot this summer. Again, this was another one I got at a thrift store, you know, secondhand book. I just thought it would be great. You know, it's classified as a mountaineer's outdoor basic guide. So I thought it'd be fun to play around with this summer with Jessie. We I bought her a really nice compass for her birthday last summer, and we just haven't been able to get out and use it. Those are the top books I would pick. Now, if you could only pick a handful of books, what would you pick? I would love to see your videos, and put out a video. Show me what books you use. What would be your go-to books that you would grab on the way out the door if we had a situation where we had to grab and go, which we all have thought about. What do you have in your library that you could grab and throw in one little bag and take with you? What would your choices be? I would love to see your videos on that. So share your information, share what you use so we can all learn from each other. Maybe I don't have the best books here. I don't know. You know, maybe they're the best for my area. I'm really interested in seeing what you guys think and what you carry. So this is getting long, so I'm going to cut this off. But I thought this would be a good video and a good challenge to get going around for people. Show me your books. What do you got? What do you carry? What would you take in an emergency? So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye. Please like, share, and subscribe. That really means a lot, and it helps us out. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.